And the IRS gets so frustrated with me because what I do is I have a glossary page. What the glossary page does is I've got 4 pages. This maybe got 45 words on it. I've defined them what the law says. It's not my glossary page, but I use the law against them. So what happens is when they say something to me, I just completely, I take over. I never play defense. For an example, does anybody in here know what a form is? We have to do a 1040 form. So does anybody know, in other words, if I hand you a form, would you know what it was? No matter what is on it. It could be a 3932 form. Does anybody know what a form is?
A general form, yeah, right.
Just a general form. What is it?
It's a document.
Okay, now, according to Black's Law, it's a model or a skeleton of an instrument to be used in a court of law, where they can change the meanings, adapt it to the situation. So now, I'm going to ask you again, what is a form?
It's a
skeleton. It's a model or a skeleton of an instrument. So it's an instrument.
Right.
So I looked up the word instrument. An instrument has a very unique word. It's a contract, a will, a testament. Mm-hmm. So when you signed it under penalties of perjury, did you know that's what it was? No. Well, then if you didn't know what it was, you should go to prison. See? That's just the way I look. Now I want to show you something. Has anybody ever seen these 2 books?
No, sir.
Do you mind looking at it for me?
Would love to.
Okay, I want you to look at the front of this and tell me what that is.
International Review Code.
Internal Revenue Code. No, wait. Go down a little bit farther. What does it say? Volume?
Volume 1.
Now look at the other one for me.
1982. Volume 2.
So that's the Internal Revenue Code right there.
Right.
14,000 pages. It's a foot thick. Now, what I've done is I have taken it and I have, who wants to learn that? I can show you how to memorize that over the weekend. I got a special way of doing it. You can memorize it. That way when they call you on the phone and they say you didn't do so-and-so, we can stop you. Well, you can tell them right off the bat what it is or isn't to do. You want to learn how? Do you want to learn that code? The whole thing, every bit of it. You don't want to know it?
Sure.
Let me find it here. I've got it outlined for you. Providing.
How you doing?
Well, I was here earlier. Well, while I look for it, what it says in the Paper Reduction Act and Privacy Act notice, it says our legal right, that's the Internal Revenue's legal right, to ask for information is 6001, 6011, and 6012A and the regulations. How many? So that's 3 sections, correct?
So that cuts it to the chase pretty good.
Now, what about the rest? So I'm gonna make a statement. On the Internal Revenue Service, you've got to pay your taxes under 6901. What did I just do?
You alleged that I...
No, sir, I didn't. Absolutely. If you don't, I'll put you in prison. Now, what did I just do? Okay, I'm going to read it. No, okay, I'm going to read it again.
Okay.
The Internal Revenue Service's legal right to ask is section 6001, 6011, and 6012A and their regulations. If you don't file a tax return, a 1040, I'll put you in prison under 6901. What did I just do?
You did not
no, sir.
exercise your legal right.
Okay, so what's the opposite of legal?
Illegal.
Okay, so I'm asking you to do something illegal.
Right.
Okay, now I need you to help me with something. I need you to go pick up at the corner of 1st and Main. I got a guy in there, go in there and just ask for Bubba. It's already paid for. Pick up 45 pounds of cocaine and deliver it here to me. Will you do that?
No.
Why?
Because it's illegal.
Okay, so the IRS 6901 is asking you to go get cocaine. That's just the way I do it. And they don't know what that says. Then why does it say it? Why did you put it there? Can you get online with that? Would you go on there and put a 1040 instructions for me?
Sure.
And I'm going to show it to you in the writing. So How big is, I've got 6001, 6011, and 6012, and the regulations broke down as 30 pages. So I can condense that to 30 pages. Could you learn 30 pages in a weekend? You don't have to memorize. You just have to be familiarized with it.
Not right.
So when you get a letter in the mail, it's going to say, according to 7701B1. Okay, go to page 108 for me. I want to show you what it says. This is the 1040 instruction booklet. Okay? Now, according to the instruction booklet, let's show you what it says. Yeah, 108. 108. Okay, go to the top of the page. I want to make sure we're on the right page. Okay, Disclosure, Privacy Act, and Paper Reduction Act notice. This is a notice. This is in the Internal Revenue Service's own book. This column, left column, third paragraph, our legal right to ask for information. 6001, 6011, and 60128, and their regulations. That's all the IRS has. Nothing else. So, what happens when they say, you didn't file it? Okay, now, here's what's really cool about this. They say, they is those three sections. Okay, those three sections say you must file a return or statement. Now, what does that mean? Did it say 1040?
Nope.
So when they tell you got to file a 1040, well, it says a return. So what is a return? CT1.
Or a statement.
Okay, or statement. So what I do every year, I type on a piece of paper, eat, shit, and die. I sign it, put it in my file. Because it says file. File. What does the word file mean? Can you tell me? Black's Law Dictionary says put it in safekeeping, put a piece of string or wire over it so that it's capable to you. So you can get it when needed. So it's in my box, and it says with us. On my box, I got one of those boxes like that. I put US on it. That's us. So I file it in us. That's what it says. See, I've got a very unique talent. If you tell me something, I will not draw a conclusion. For an example, let me just use an example for you. Then I do this all the time. Are you married by any chance?
No longer.
Okay, now I got you. I got you now. Because that's not what I asked you. What did I ask you?
Am I married?
What was the answer?
No.
Then why'd you say not anymore? Oh, really? So you were at one time. How long were you married? How many children you have? Did you have any children then? See, what I'm doing is I'm building a case against you.
Mm-hmm.
See? Are you married? No. Have you ever been married? No.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I'm self-employed. What? Now, let me show you another one. Have you ever worked for yourself ever in your life? Have you ever worked for yourself? Liar. Liar. I'm tired of talking. You can't work for yourself. That's impossible. I work as myself. Oh, I'm here for Cary. I'm working here for Cary. I'm here representing Cary. You don't do that. I'm here as myself, and I work for you. See, in other words, I'm just an asshole that way. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. I can't help it. That's just the way I do it. Do you mind I ask you a question? Do you wear glasses?
I do.
Okay, here, let me get you one. Put these up there and tell me if this does this improve your eyesight?
Eyeglasses.
What is this? I didn't say eyeglasses. I will not, under any circumstance, ever draw a conclusion. Ever. Now, watch what I'm saying. Do you mind me asking you a question? It's going to be embarrassing. I'm going to embarrass you if I can. Do you mind me asking you?
Yes, I'm on.
Okay, then I won't even talk to you. That's fine. Okay. Are you bald?
No.
Okay, I don't believe you. For 25 years I played basketball. I showered with thousands of people. I've never seen hair on the head. Stand up and prove it to me. I think you're lying. Are you bald?
Hello.
Hey. Okay, let me show you how I answer everything. Everything I answer
Morning.
has one answer. Okay? Ask me any question you want. I don't care what it is. Ask any question you want. Nothing's off the table. Ask me.
Is your shirt orange?
Thank you for asking. I don't know. Would you define orange? Because see,
Yeah, what's orange?
see?
Right.
So then let me ask you a question. Now that you brought that up, what color is an orange shirt, by the way?
Depends on how you define orange.
See how simple that is?
Yeah,
You
I
see?
love it.
Because if you'd have said orange, then I would say, oh, I'm going to bring in 10 blind guys that were born blind. I'm going to ask them. They're going to go, I don't know. So now you're up there you're on the stage. I thought I don't care what you thought. They don't care. So what I do is
Bill Clinton, it depends on how you define is.
See, that man was 100% correct. See? So what I do is I use everything they say against them. So, here is the parallel table of authorities. Now, does anybody know what the parallel table of authorities is?
Authorities parallel to the table.
Exactly. That's right. Now, let me read you what it says. Okay? If you get in trouble for not filing a tax return, they're going to get you for willful failure to file. That's just what they do. When I was indicted, they got me for 7203. Willful failure to file. I thought, that's beautiful. Would you mind reading something if I give it to you? It's marked, it's highlighted. Okay, I want you to look up 7203 in the parallel table of authorities. That's Title 26, parallel table of authorities. Turn the page and you'll see them. See them? You see the numbers? Go there until you find 7203. And then we're going to read it. I'm going to show you what they do. And because of this, I do everything this way. Does that make sense?
It's all about words.
It's all, see, I've mastered their language. They have a language that we don't speak. It's called legalese.
Right.
Okay, now that they,
7203?
yeah, what does it say?
Well, I see 72, it jumps.
Huh?
Hold on. 70,
It's highlighted.
is it?
Yeah. The other one they use is 7212, willful failure to file and defraud the government. Find 7212 in there, that's fine, if you can find it.
There's a
7212 right here.
Okay, now I want you to go to the right and look at it. What title is that in?
77, let's see.
says 7203. Well, it jumps, but where 7203 would be is in 27 Part 70.
Okay, so 27. So I'm going to ask you a question. If I don't do a 1040 form and they charge me for 7203, that's Title 27. Title 20, the 1040 is what kind of a form?
Supposed to
It's
be
an admission.
IRS. It's supposed to be
It's an
26.
admission of income.
No, sir. It's Title 27. Because if I don't fill out a 1040, they're going to get me for 7203. That's Title 27. So if I don't fill out a Title 26, I'm sorry, a 1040, guess what happens? They're charging me for Title 27. So Title 26, I'm sorry, 1040 has to be what?
Title 27.
It has to be.
Right.
Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms.
So my question is, who in here does not file a 1040? All right, I'm going to ask you this now. Why? Why? I'm going to pinch you in the corner and I'm going to show you what they do to us. Why? By your silence, we're going to give you 90 days. I don't care.
Okay.
So tell me, why don't you file a 1040?
It doesn't apply to me.
Okay, you're wrong. It does apply to you. You know why I don't file one? Because it says a return or statement. I file a statement and die under there. So, why don't it apply to you? It does apply to me, but I do the statement. I'm current on all my statements.
Nice.
See, I don't have to defend. I don't have to defend it.
Right.
Now, I'm going to show you why I said that. You're the dumbest guy in this room. Defend that.
What's dumb?
Oh, say the same thing to me. I'm going to show you how I defend everything. Go ahead and do the same thing.
You're the dumbest guy in this room.
Thank you. Man, I'm glad you said it. What proof do you have that I'm that dumb? Okay. 8. Your Honor, I want that struck from the record because and it means nothing. Okay, he strikes for, they can't use that against me. So when I get a ticket in court, you don't have a driver's license. Oh, what proof do you have that I, Cary Zohlman, has to have one? Your Honor, strike it from the record. Now they can't use it. It's done. It's over. It's done. See? Go to Title I, Section 1, please. I'm going to show you. They have a glossary page also. When I got indicted, they were giving me 55 years. They took 34 of us. 33 went to prison. I walked. And the reason I walked, because I understand the language. Okay? Does that make sense? All right. Again, I'm going to embarrass you. Is it okay? Okay.
There you go. This is Title I,
Section 1. Okay,
I'm
hold
going
it.
to scroll down.
Okay, yeah, hold it for me. Just right there. You were married once or not? Have you ever been married?
Yes.
All right. A male or a female? If you don't mind me asking, I know it's personal.
Define male and female.
Okay, we're gonna do that right now. Let's read it right now. This is Title I, Section 1. Now, what it says is, you're very good. Title I, Section 1 is the first title. That means every title is tethered to this. Okay, let's read it. In determining the meaning of any act of Congress, unless the context tells us otherwise, indicates otherwise. Now, who wrote Title 26?
27?
Nope. Congress.
Congress.
Right. Congress.
Okay? It does not say here, any act of Congress that's been enacted into positive law. So when you got that argument, they beat you before you ever got there. It says any act of Congress, unless we tell you otherwise. Now, words importing the singular include and apply to several persons, parties, or things. What does singular mean, if you don't mind me asking you?
One.
Okay. Words importing the singular include and apply to several. What does singular mean?
Many.
All right. So, you already lost. You're up there, I'm a singular. I've had one singular wife. I've been married one time. You can't win. So what I do is I come in there and say, ha, 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 ha. See, I make them define. Unless they tell me otherwise. Now, let's read the next one. Or things. Words importing the plural include the singular. What does plural mean?
Singular.
So in other words, when you were married, did your wife know about all the other women? When I say that in front of them, what are you going to... Well, no, she did. Okay, so in other words, you're a slob. No, I'm not. It says right there.
Right.
Unless we tell you otherwise. Man, when I get into the courthouse, it's a frickin' zoo.
It took them 8 hours to get him to answer 4 questions.
See? Now, watch this. And I want you to follow along with me. I'm going to ask you 4 quick, just real quick questions. All I want you to do is say yes or no. You ready? Okay, you're going to do the same thing. I want you to answer them. Are you married?
Yes.
Do you have a dog?
Yes.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Are you still married?
No.
Now, set me up the same way. I'm going to ask you questions. I want you to answer yes or no so that I can show you what I did to them.
Okay. Do you own a truck?
I don't know how to answer it. You ask a question there is no answer to. How did you know to say yes? Because I said to you, I'm going to ask you 4 questions. I want you to answer it yes or no. If you don't tell me that, how do I know how to answer it?
There you go.
So I'm not going to help you. So go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a series of yes or no questions. Do you own a truck?
Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Yes or no?
I got you.
Your Honor, he's not doing it right.
So now they got a problem. See, wait a minute, what are you saying? You said to answer the questions yes or no, so I did. When I go to court, I put on the stupid hat. The judge told me, he said, you're not that stupid. Thank you. That's not a compliment. I'm stupider than that. So I told the judge, you're not going to believe this. When I was in 7th grade, I rode the short bus. You know what the short bus is? Where the special ed people ride. I said, you're not going to believe this. When I was in the 8th grade, I licked the windows in the short bus. See, now he can't do anything. What's he going to do? Well, you're a retard. Yes! Yes! Now, let's show you what else it says. Okay, words importing the masculine gender include the feminine as well. I can understand you're up there. Were you married once? Were you homosexual? Your Honor, he's a liar. Give him 90 days. Next! You say, oh, I'm telling the truth. It tells you right there, unless we tell you otherwise. So what's the answer?
What's married?
Duh! What's homosexual? What's? I don't care what it is.
Right.
Now, I'm from Michigan. In Michigan, we say you guys. What do you say in Texas?
Y'all.
Okay. In Michigan, you guys means I drop my pants and I expose myself. Is that what it means? Stand up, man. Do the Yankee one. Do the Yankee one. Expose yourself, because you said, oh, you see, unless I tell you other. The answer is, I don't know. What does you guys mean in Michigan? Oh, doesn't that make sense? See, everything they say to me, I don't care what it is, unless you know, you're taking the burden. I don't take the burden under any circumstance. Never, under any circumstance. I just won't do it. How many, do you know what a red herring is?
What is a red herring?
I'm going to show you. How many thumbs do you have?
Define a thumb.
See, how, if you wouldn't have done that, I'm trying to get you to say two, because a thumb in Michigan, the state is like that, it's got one. Do you see the problem? If you'd have said two, no, Michigan's got one. Well, you didn't tell me. You should have asked. Unless we tell you otherwise, I do everything like that. I don't care what it is. Because I do that, what it does, it exposes them. They won't let me in front of the court. The court right up here, when I show up, he won't even let me in. I just hold 9 and dials. What do you want? I got a ticket. Dismissed. Thank you. I don't even have to go in anymore. Because when I'm in there, it's all day. Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third. When I get them playing that, I got them. Doesn't that make sense? In Michigan, where I'm from, I live there. I've been here for over 40 years. We wear blue jeans. Does anybody in here wear blue jeans? Do you wear blue jeans?
What's blue jeans?
Yeah, define.
If you see, because if you say, yeah, Levi's, no, those are denim. Blue jeans are pants that are red, they're high waters. Those are blue jeans in Michigan. Oh, you already lost.
Okay,
Why?
should I say no then?
No, no, because
No, because I don't wear red.
well, but see, you didn't know what I was going to say.
Okay,
You don't know what he's
define
asking.
red. Or what?
See what I'm saying? See, I'm telling you.
It's all about the words.
It's all about the words. And so I've got them so knotted up. Now let's read the next one. It gets worse from here. The words person and whoever include corporations, companies, and associations. Who lives in the DFW area? Dallas-Fort Worth area. Nobody? Okay. I need a friend of mine, whoever, do you know whoever?
I don't.
Really? Have you ever heard of Classic Chevy?
That's a whoever.
Perhaps.
What's a shed?
Classic Chevy is a corporation. Read it again. Whoever means
Classic Chevy.
So
I
you're
don't recall.
well, you see what happens? All of a sudden now you're on defense. I don't play defense. See, now, did anybody in here other than me watch the Super Bowl? Did you? Okay. Why do they put a net behind the goalpost of a football game? Why do they put the net up there behind the goalpost?
What's the goalpost?
Okay, never mind. I can't. Okay, what do they call? See, now you're going to make me expose myself. All right, what do they call soccer? What's another name for soccer?
Football.
Communist sport.
It may be, but it's football also. So no matter what you say, I got you. Well, it's to catch the ball from going in the stands. No, in soccer, it's to let you know if you score. Well, I thought I don't care what you thought. Unless I tell you otherwise, I got you. See, this is how I do everything. I don't care what it is, this is how I do everything. Let's read the next one. What's it say?
Which one? Officer includes any
Oh,
person.
yeah. Officer includes any person authorized to by law to perform the duties of the office. Does it say he's got to follow the law? So if an officer pulls you over and slaps you, what are you doing that for? Because I'm authorized by law to do the job.
That also means a judge is an officer.
Ain't that something? That's why we're having problems. If we understand this, when we go there, I always take an argument. They have to define. They can't define it because it exposes them. Now, ma'am, do this, please. I'm going to say something here. All right. My is bigger than yours. So, now what I want you to do is I want you to just let us know. We don't want to see it. Just tell me what it is. So, you can lie to me because I'm not going to ask you to see it. Would you tell me how big it is?
10 feet long.
2 inches.
Okay. My next door neighbor is Richard.
We measure from the ground up.
Okay. All right, no problem. My next door neighbor, his name is Richard Brown. What's another name for Richard?
Dick.
Dick.
He's 6'9" and weighs 742 pounds. See, what was the
I
answer?
would still call him Dick.
That's right.
What's he gonna do about it?
No, but okay, my question to you is, what was the answer?
What's the dick?
What's a dick?
Right.
What's the definition? Dick's Sporting Goods is 25,000 square feet. Is it that big? Whoa. See, it don't matter what they say to you, they're setting you up.
Right.
They're doing it on purpose.
Right.
Now we're getting
They're
into
getting you to admit to crimes that you haven't
That's
actually
right.
committed. And he figured that out.
Yep. Okay, the question is, do you have a driver's license?
No.
All right. What's the driver's license?
Right.
What is it?
You tell me.
No, sir. I asked you, you said no, so you have to know.
You're right.
See?
Box man, right.
See? Right off the bat. Now, okay, he admitted to me in the car. Did you admit it? Well, yeah, but I don't care what you thought. See? Let me see your driver's license. I don't have one. What do you mean you don't have one? Well, first of all, what is one? What do you mean, what is one? I don't know. Tell me what one is so I can give it to you. Well, do you have, see, what they asked me is, do you have a license and a registration? I have my marriage license laminated. Here's my license, and I took last year's registration. I have it laminated. Here it is. What is that? That's a license. I mean, a driver's license. I'm not giving it to you now. You should have asked for that. Now you're changing your story. When I get into court, I've got something I can get traction on. That's just how I do everything. So, I'm going to ask you another question. What color is a blue shirt?
Define blue.
All right. Red and green.
Define red and green.
It's a color.
What is a color?
See what you're doing? You're making, because if you'd have said blue, I would have said, okay, I'm going to bring in some blind guys. So the question is, what color is a blue shirt? I'm glad you asked. To whom? Well, to you. Oh, it's blue. It's green. I don't see blue. I'm colorblind. Well, wait. Don't matter. I now got traction. You're asking questions that have nothing to do with it. Because how do they prove that? Now, let me ask you a question. We're in Texas. We take the rattlesnake roundup. They go and they skin them. They cut the meat off them. They grill them, put them on a bun, put ketchup, mustard, onions, beans, whatever. You eat them. Have you ever done that?
Rattlesnake roundup?
Yeah, the rattlesnake roundup. Every year they catch all those rattlesnakes,
Oh, yeah.
and they skin them. Does anybody know what a rattlesnake tastes like?
Chicken.
No, sir. Bald eagle. God, is that stuff good? Who in here has eaten bald eagle? Raise your hand. So nobody can prove me wrong. See, now I'm going, you can't eat bald bull. I can catch that sucker, pull the feathers out, grill it. I can eat it. We can't legally. You didn't say that. Now they're on defense. I got them in the corner. I'm beating their brains out. See, it doesn't matter to me what they say. I'm using their language. I just found that this works on everything. See? Are you married? Yes. How long have you been married? I've been married 17 times. Have you really? Absolutely. I've had 17 jobs in the last 1 year. I'm married to my job. I'm a contractor and I've done 17 houses. Those are all jobs. So I've been married 17 times. No, we met. We should have said that. I didn't know. I play the stupid card on them all the time. I'm going to give you $500,000 that's sitting on the desk. You pick the right number, you get the $500,000. If you don't, I do. I want you to pick the most. We're going for the high. Whoever has the high gets the $500,000. You want 3 or 30?
Define high for me.
Okay, the most. The greater.
The most what?
They're spots. We'll call them spots. We have spots on a card. You want 30 spots or 3 spots? Remember, whoever has the most spots wins the $500,000.
I'm not sure what you're asking me.
Okay, in other words, you're so stupid. You're admitting to this court you're so stupid, then put him in jail for 90 days. See? So you want 30 spots or 3 spots? Which one's the most?
In whose opinion?
Define the most.
Okay?
Yeah.
The greatest amount. Which one's the greatest
Define
amount?
amount for me.
Okay? In other words, there's this and this.
Amount, meaning no amount?
No, it means the most.
So I'll say 30.
All right, you said 30. We're playing poker. I have 3 aces, that's 3 spots. He's got 3 tens, that's 30. Who won?
The aces.
Oh, so 3 is more than 30. See, do you see what you're doing? You're hurting me because I was hoping. See, now what would you done if you would have said 3? I was, good night, guy. You mean to tell me you really think that 3 is more than 30? Because see, now I don't have to define it. You're going to go, man, these guys, they got me every time. The judge is corrupt. I'm taking the corruption away from them. See, you were close. You kept making me do it until, see, do you see the point I'm trying to make here? Okay, now let's read the next one. It says signature or subscription includes a mark when the person making the same intended it to so. So a judge goes up and says, okay, here, and he puts a dot on your piece of paper. Tell me what he just did.
Signed it. He signed it.
Absolutely. So he runs off 50 copies, gives you the 50th copy. What do you have now? Let's find out what you have. Let's read the last one. It says, oath, well, we don't care about that one. Writing includes printing, typewriting, and reproductions of visual symbols. So the dot is a visual symbol. Photographing, multigraphing, mimeographing, manifolding, or otherwise. So there's a dot on a piece of paper. That's his signature. He runs off 50 copies and you get the 49th copy. What do you have? An original blue ink signature. Again, when you go to the court, well, Your Honor, I want an original blue ink signature from the IRS. They don't have to give you one. They got to put it down on, that's my signature. And here's the 50th copy. That is an original blue ink signature. You can't win that way. So my question is, what's the dot? It's my signature. Oh, is that your original blue ink? Yes. Oh, sign yours, no problem. Bah! Thank you. See, I use what they say. Doesn't that make sense? So I'm going to ask you a question. You stand up here and I'm going to kick you in the groin as hard as I can. Would that hurt?
Define hurt for me.
Very much discomfort.
Define kick for me.
Okay, we use my foot against your man parts.
Define man parts.
Okay, stand up. No, show, let me show you. Would it hurt?
Define hurt for me.
I just did.
Define discomfort for me then.
All right, get up here and let me show you.
You can't define discomfort?
Yes. Okay. Do you
Who
see?
would it hurt?
See, the answer is hurt whom?
Right.
Well, hurt you. Now you're locked in. You're not in the corner. Well, if I kicked him, I have no idea. He's not in the picture. But if you say yes, I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to bring 15 guys in here, ask them, I kicked him, did it hurt you? No, no, no. You're a liar. Go to jail. See, you're letting them be corrupt.
Right.
Me? Okay, ma'am, if I slap you in the face as hard as I can, would it hurt?
You find hurt.
Okay, discomfort. It's very uncomfortable. I'll slap you in the face as hard as I can. And I get a full
Wouldn't
hand.
hurt? Wouldn't hurt me.
See, the answer is hurt whom? Well, would it hurt you? Yes, it would. Now, would it hurt him? I don't know. See, you've already settled it. You've used, see, does that make sense? That's what I do right there.
And that's what they're doing too.
That's what they're doing too.
They
That's
do
right.
it every day.
Because
Hundreds
see,
of times every day.
Yeah, because you'll
and
get-
people go off to prison and all sorts of
Yep.
stuff.
I've kept 28 people from prison this year from the IRS because of this right here. They'll sit there and say, okay, you have willful failure to file. So we're charging you with 4 counts of willful failure to file, Title 18, Section so-and-so. Title 18 is crimes and criminal procedure. They're going to prison. They go and say, well, I don't have to file. I don't have to file because that's not about me. Ain't got nothing to do with that. Wow. It says right here, I have to file a return or statement. I didn't file. I filed a statement. Why? Because the Paper Reduction Act, Privacy Act notice forbids me from filing a 1040. I just sit down. No, let them, I don't care what they say. Whatever they say, I can now counteract it because I understand their language. I'm going to ask you a question. You ready? Haka baka. Dumbachak. Now, if you don't answer, you go to prison.
I don't understand the
See
question.
how simple that is?
Yeah.
You're asking me a question, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
So I can't go to prison if I don't understand. You want me to get you an attorney for a translator? No. I happen to have a glossary page right here. Use it? No. Then the translator will do me no good. See, I have a glossary page. When I walk in on a ticket, here's my glossary. We're not using it. Not a problem. We have no meeting of the minds. So when I got indicted, I handed it to them. They said, we're not using that. I said, that's fair enough. First question out of the attorney's mouth is, for the record, give us your name. I said, oh God, thank God, thank God. That's a beautiful question. 1965, Chevy Impala. What? I forgot to say it's a 4-speed, fastest car in the county. She said, what? I don't know why you asked me what my first car was. It makes no sense, but no problem. I gave her a glossary page. I had no idea what she said. I said, from your lips to my ears, you asked me about my first car. No, I didn't. All right. Not a problem. Judge says, that don't make no sense. I know. I don't understand a thing she's saying. Are you using my glossary page? No, because when they looked at it, they realized what happens. I have key words that are defined by law. Do you know what the definition of money is? Because you got to pay money for your fine. Do you know what the definition of money is?
Gold, silver coin.
Yeah, don't, well,
No.
According to the Constitution.
Well, wait a minute. See, we're a statutory court. You can't use that here.
Okay, according to statutory.
I have it defined.
Right.
You're not using it? Okay, then it's a sandwich in the desert for a hungry guy.
Right.
What? Well, if you're not using it, there's no
definition.
There you go. There's no definition to it.
Right.
All right, do you know what a roof is?
No.
See
Please
how-
define it for me.
See how simple this becomes? Because a roof is the top. What if you got a building that has no top? Well, they don't have a roof. I don't know if it does or not. I can't see it because you haven't defined it. See? Now, I put a 32-ounce glass right here. I pour 16 ounces of water in that 32-ounce glass. Tell me what I have.
The cup is half full.
Okay, fine. I'm going to take all the half-empty questions and throw them away. I got you. No, the cup's full.
Right.
It's full. It's half full of water and half full of air.
That's right.
See, in other words, well, no. What else could it be? I had no idea what I was. Why don't you tell me what you did so that I have a basis to answer the question? See,
Right.
Everything is like that.
Yes.
Doesn't that make sense?
It does make sense.
See, that's what I do on everything. See? See? Have you ever spilled oil on you?
Define oil.
See how simple that is?
Yeah.
Now, never mind. You're going to, shoot, never mind. You caught me. All right. Are you a heavy drinker?
Define drinker.
See, God dang it. You got me. Now, well, I'm a heavy drinker. I drink so much sometimes.
I like tea.
I like water, but I like pH water. Oh, no, I meant, do you drink alcohol? Heavens knows. It'll kill you.
Yeah.
It says poison right on it, not to drink. No, I mean, doesn't matter what you mean. All you have to do is tell me what you mean so I can answer the question. Do you understand the bind I got them in?
Define bind.
See? No, but you see, that's my theory. I've kept 28 people this year from going to prison
Right.
through the IRS because they're so vague. Willful failure to file. You didn't file a 1040. Of course not. I didn't. It says I have to file a return or a statement. A return. Well, there's a CT1. There's a 2291. There's a 940, 941, 942. There's a 1041. Which one did you? We didn't file a 1040. Of course not. It doesn't say to file a 1040. It says file a return or a statement. So do you want my statements? They're at home. What do they say? Eat shit and die. I got 30 years of them.
Right.
And I date them, change the date, date it, sign it, and send it. Here they are. Eat shit and die. Yeah, that's my statement.
All right. That's right.
Doesn't that make sense? See, to
it'll
me,
tell you what the statement has to have.
no, it doesn't say what you have to, and it doesn't tell you what return. You file a 1040? No. Why? Why what? Why don't you file a 1040? Well, because under the Disclosure, Privacy Act, and Paper Reduction Act notice that the Internal Revenue Service prints in their paperwork, it forbids me from filing a 1040.
Right.
It does? Yes. No, it don't. It says it right there. When I was indicted, that was one of the key things that got me off. Well, that ain't what it means. Well, Your Honor, if that's not what it means and they're mailing that to people, wouldn't that be mail fraud? They're using a document that's fraudulent. They put it in the mail and they knowingly, willingly put it in the mail and mail. That's 25 to life. Put him in jail for 25 to life. Wait a minute. I just said, now let them find. Man, let the court. See? So the grand jury, the jury sort of says, let him go. We've been here 9.5 hours, he ain't answered but 4 questions. He's got clean hands and a pure heart. Let him go. They want to open, they unlock me, let me go. Not because I didn't file, or not because I filed, but because I used their language against them. See?
Babble.
See? Has anybody ever been to the north?
North of what?
See? See? If you'd have said yes, I'd say, well, what's it like in Antarctica? Well, I've never been. Well, then you're lying. See how simple this becomes? Okay, I'm going to give you one more, and then I'm going to sit down and turn it over to Mr. Glenn. You have to put a bet down. You have to do it. I got a Ferrari here and a Volkswagen 66 Volkswagen Beetle. We're going to go 0 to 60. Which one goes there the fastest?
0 to 60 what?
0 to 60 miles per hour. Which one goes there fastest?
From where?
From dead stop.
And we're going to put a wager on this?
Yes.
What's the wager?
$500.
I don't want to wager $500.
I don't care. It's already there. So which one's going to get 0 to 60 the fastest? A Ferrari or a 1966 Volkswagen Beetle?
Who's driving?
2 different guys. 2 professional drivers.
So is the Ferrari running? or-
No, it's not. There's no engine in it. Which one? See? See?
Right.
You be quiet next time. See? Does it see? Oh, well, the Volkswagen, yeah, it's going to take 6 months, but the Ferrari ain't got an engine in it. Why? Because it slung a rod trying to get 0 to 60 fast. See? In other words, he clarified it to the point he exposed my
Right.
ignorance. That's all I do.
Right.
Does anybody have a question that I could try to answer for you before I sit down?
So have you filed the 1040 before in your?
Yes, I have.
Okay, do they use that against you?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's an admission.
It's irrelevant.
Okay.
Were
so-
you 17 once? See? See? I'm an asshole. I told you that. I'm an asshole. There's no question. I filed a 1040 in 1987. Not till then. I have been indicted. I have beat up. I've been down to the IRS building probably 5 times in the last 30 years. They were offering me 55 years. I told them I'd take 100 or not 1 day less. They didn't know what to do with it. What's worse for you? I'm going to give you. You got to pick it. You get the choice. 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, or 80 years. Which one do you want? You have to have. It makes no difference.
Right.
I don't want none of those. Give me 150 years. Doesn't matter. I'm going to die there anyway. So I didn't care.
Yeah.
See, I put all my
Give me
cards on
liberty
the
or
table.
give me death.
There you go. See? This is Glenn. He's taken over for me. Thank you, Glenn.
No problem. Thank you, Cary. He is absolutely brilliant. He thinks outside the box, and that's what we all got to start doing, is just thinking outside the box. All this stuff that's going on. I don't know if you've seen the movie The Matrix. Everything's an illusion.
Yeah.
And he's started to expose it. Now, I've actually got a couple of presentations I was thinking about going through. One's about prisons and prisoners, and it shows how it's all satanic.